Hi everyone out there, this is Black American Indian, and this video is in regards to race relations and how religion has and still plays a role in people's perceptions regarding interracial mixing. From time to time, I do look into other people's perspectives on race, and certain Christian groups, they promote it's like they have a different attitude when it comes to mixing. And in particular, I'm talking about the Western Hemisphere and how indigenous populations mix with not only Europeans, but also Black Africans. And for the most part, when you're doing DNA testing and you're doing genealogy and things of that nature, in the United States of America, it's like pulling teeth. But when you look at the south of the border, Latin America or whatever, there seems to be an acknowledgement that, oh, these people or this group of people, they intermingled with the Europeans. In particular, I'm thinking about like the Spanish and the Portuguese, and also the indigenous population intermixed with the Black Africans. In particular, I'm thinking about the Caribbean. I'm thinking about Mexico. I'm thinking about Brazil, etc., etc. But apparently, Brazil has the largest population of African descent people in the world outside of the continent of Africa. So, okay, again, I just would like your opinion or opinions regarding race relations and intermixing, because from what I gather, Catholics, for the most part, the doctrines or whatever, they lean more so to not using contraceptives, and of course abortion is like, you know, a red flag. No, 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 don't do that. And then you have other Christians, in particular, I'm thinking of Protestants. Apparently, they were anti intermixing with other races. Now, the state of Virginia is unique in its own way, where the whites would mix with the natives, and that was okay to try to assimilate them, if you want to say. But it was not okay to mix with the Black race. So, and then when you do genealogy or you do history or whatever, it's kind of like, oh, really? Natives and Blacks? Well, they're really just Black now. They're no longer native because they're mixed with the Black race. Oh, but okay, this group, they're mixed with the white race. Oh, they have the option to choose if they want to be white or if they want to embrace their indigenous heritage in the Americas. So you kind of have a catch-22, at least in the U.S. And again, from my studies and what I, comprehend, is that Catholics were more open to intermixing. And if I'm way off, please let me know. But you got the Catholics and you got the Protestants. So one group really was all about, procreating the earth, multiply. And yes, that's in the scriptures, book of Genesis, when God gave a commandment that we should be fruitful and multiply. So I get that. But then when it comes down to race, it seems to me that certain religious groups, they they shun mixing with other races. However, again, from what I gathered, the Catholics, they're more open to mixing. And I guess that's why you have a lot of that going on, or have gone on. And then you have other layers of race issues that I'm starting to learn in Latin America, south of the border, the Caribbean, or whatever. So you have people who look like me that will deny having any Black African ancestry whatsoever. It's all about culture. So instead of identifying a person by their race, they identify with the culture. Okay, again, I'm starting to realize and understand that mindset rather than just someone's color and hair texture and facial features. But yeah, race relations in regards to religion and how it impacts people's perspective on race relations. So hopefully I didn't confuse you all out there. I'm still trying to wrap my brain around it, and I think it's important to note how certain certain religious groups saw or see interracial mixing. Now, I was just watching the Bible on the History Channel. Love this series, okay? The last episode, which was episode 2, was focusing on Samson. And all this time, I don't know, I just assumed that a lot of Black folks, Black Africans, didn't really have let me rephrase what I'm trying to say. I did not know that Samson was considered a Black man. But apparently it was, and apparently there was issues with him hooking up with a Palestinian woman and marrying her, and then he hooked up with another woman who was Palestinian, I believe. And long story short, he was considered an Israelite, or Israelite. So I know there's a lot of people out there who are very pro-Israelite. You know, the original Israelites were Black and all of that. But anyway, they were saying that Palestinians shouldn't mix with Israelites. So they're different people. I don't know if they meant different as in religion and race, or just religion. Also, someone, if you could chime in and let me know, that would be great. Because, again, I'm looking at the race. Because I'm a U.S. citizen. This is how we look at people in this country. We look at the race more so than the culture. So, or whatever. So, when the story of Samson came up, I see a big Black man who happens to follow the Jewish customs and stuff. Did they see, the Palestinians see him as a Black man, being from a different race, the reason why they had a problem? Or did they see him just as an Israelite? Or did they just see him as an Israelite and a Black man, and that was like a double-edged sword in that particular situation? Anyway, I'm done talking. I've been talking on and on and on. But anyway, chime in. I appreciate any information that's out there. And again, just to clarify, I'm thinking about race relations intermixing from as far as North America, United States of America, and south of the border, the Caribbean, okay, South America. Does religion or has a religion or is religion a huge does it have a huge impact on race relations? Again, in the U.S., you have a lot of, oh, that person's blacks, or this person has black blood, so he or she is just black. Versus in Latin America, where people mixed, and you know, they acknowledge it for the most part. It depends on where you're at too, but you know, it's more so be fruitful, multiply, be within the same religion, be equally yoked versus different races. So anyway, I look forward to your comments. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.